going on? What's going on, people? What's going on? You know, I figured in this political climate, I do my little political thing as well. My oh my, it seems like Black people are waking up in America, and some of the things I've seen are encouraging. You know, see, the liberal media will paint a picture that you're supposed to vote a certain way, and it seems to me that times are changing a little bit. Just wanted to review a few videos and check them out. We'll see what's going on with this one.
Support for President Biden. But Trump's comments on Friday at the Black Conservative Federation Gala in South Carolina is leading to controversy, with some calling the remarks racist. Take a listen.
And a lot of people said that that's why the Black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing, but it possibly, I don't know, maybe there's something there.
That was said in front of hundreds of Black conservatives. What was their reaction? We're joined now by 4 Black Republicans who were all in the room. Abdul Ali, Operations Director at Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina. Tia Bess, National Director of Engagement for Moms for Liberty. Kevin McGarry, co-founder of Every Black Life Matters. And Sharice Lane, a student at Florida A&M University. Thank you all so much for joining us. The Federation just responded saying in part, Black Americans are waking up to the reality that the Democratic Party has taken advantage of them, and the media and the party are terrified. Our community supports the policies of President Donald J. Trump and knows full well that life was better 4 years ago under his administration. No amount of media deception or liberal race baiting will sway the minds of Black voters who will cast their ballots this November for safer streets, a better financial well-being, a secure border, and a complete rejection of Joe Biden's disastrous tenure.
Now, that definitely would scare the powers that be in the Democrat Party. I too, like many Black people in this country, grew up Democrat. My family voted Democrat. We always voted Democrat. That's what you do. Like I said, I've said it before on previous videos. You can check it out and go back. But I've definitely said it. I voted for Bill Clinton because I seen him playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. I believe I was just turned 18 years old. So, Democrat has been in my family for a long time. But this right here, this is scary for Democrats when you hear statements like that. Let's continue.
So you all were all there. A quick show of hands. Do you believe his comments were in any way racist? Nobody. Okay. Abdul, what were your thoughts that night when you?
Whoops. Now I had to go back in. All right. They always go to the racist card now. Racist. I think it's saturated now, where it's too much. Everything is racist. Everything is racist. But they've been trying to nail Trump as a racist since he came down that gold escalator. But, let's go on.
You heard these comments during the event.
It's about time that somebody started telling the truth. I mean, he's only speaking to what some Black folks have experienced for a very long time, which is a disastrous justice systems in many cases. And ultimately, we can all see this playing out right in front of our very eyes. I wasn't offended or didn't feel like anything he said was racist in any way.
Former President Trump also made a statement about his mugshot taken as part of his Georgia case. Let's take a listen to that.
And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The Black population. It's incredible. You see Black people walking around with my mugshot. They do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece.
How dare he? How dare he? How dare he? But definitely I can speak of a personal testimony. You know what I'm saying? I went to a Trump rally in Gainesville, North Carolina. That is a real thing. The Trump shirts and selling them, and it was black people selling it. Black people was selling Trump shirts to white folks, to anybody really, you know what I'm saying? But mainly the white folks was buying it up. They was buying everything. Brothers was out there from, I believe, I want to say every bit of from 2 or noon to noon that night, just selling merchandise. So Trump rallies just in themselves are lit. And brothers ain't stupid, we love a lick.
Kevin, Tia, I want to bring you in here. Do you feel that that comment was in any way off color?
Not at all. I mean, you know, the reality is that, you know, we see a president that has been prosecuted and persecuted. And a lot of people in the community, especially in the Black community, who have felt that there's multi-tiers of justice, are seeing that played out in front of their very eyes. And they're saying, yeah, I can relate to this guy. This guy.
Why can't people understand that? I think that's like an insult to Black people. I think we should take it as an insult. Like they don't think that we're smart enough to see things that we can relate to. Is that what they're saying? That we can't relate to somebody, even if he's a billionaire? But we can't relate to things that you're going to, especially in the justice system, especially in the legal system. I don't get that. To me, that's an insult. And Black folks should take it as an insult, as they don't think you're smart enough to comprehend what somebody's going through enough to relate to them. That's how I take it.
Is going through some things that either myself or my family have gone through. And this is a very relatable moment for a lot of people. So seeing this mugshot as a big, you know, to the media and to the political pundits it's a big deal, and it really does resonate within the community.
Tia, want to get your comments there.
Well, no, I agree, especially coming from an education perspective. You know, he didn't say, if you're not black if you don't vote for me. You know, he was just stating the truth, and that's what sometimes we need to hear. For too long in politics, we've been lied to, and we need to hear the truth and have someone that we can relate to.
Me personally, I don't think that's necessarily relating.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I think a lot of Black folks are looking at policy now. You know, we like to be entertained. We like to dance. We like to have fun and do our thing. But at the end of the day, when things affect your life, I think Black folks are really checking policy now and not looking at the smoke and mirrors and feelings.
Into Blackness, but I do think that a lot of Black people have gone through the criminal justice system, and it has been unfair to them. And I think that's what he was saying.
Abdul, you've said that you focus more on Trump's policies than what he actually says. But as we saw when he was president, his words do have tremendous power, even fluctuating in the stock market just minutes after he'd speak. Do you think that his words shouldn't matter?
It's not about what you say.
His words absolutely do matter, and I'm less concerned with something said in jest, and I'm more concerned with the fact that we had a president who actually took on criminal justice reform with the First Step Act. And unlike the Biden administration and the Democrats, he set forth a platinum plan for Black economic empowerment, something we've seen nothing of the sort from the Democrats.
Kevin, your thoughts as far as
Now, they definitely forget and don't want to talk about that. The platinum plan. If y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know about it, check it out. You could probably Google what the platinum plan or what was proposed in the platinum plan. Part of that was $500 billion going straight into Black America specifically. You know, we already had the opportunity zones, which a lot of people forget about, where they got investors in the private sector to come in to these areas in our country that are disproportionately affected by everything, and actually put their businesses there or put business in there, and it generated revenue. That's why you hear, that's part of the reason. Now, I ain't saying that's the reason, but it's part of the reason that you heard brothers in the hood talking about, man, we had money when Trump was in there.
Feel that there have been some policies in the past, well, while he was president for 4 years, that Black people benefited from?
Absolutely. And the number one policy, and the one policy I wish the mainstream media would cover, because it would give you a lot more credibility amongst your average folks, would be the policy that Joe Biden in his 1994 crime bill, when he says, look, we're going to get rid of these racial jungles. We're going to, basically target Black and brown communities for a little $5 piece of crack.
Don't forget about the First Step Act. A lot of presidents in the past, like 16 years, before Trump, was talking about criminal justice reform and never got it done. From what I hear, Trump got a lot of pull inside the jails with the prisoners that's in there. He was giving them money and everything. Brothers getting out and go straight to work. So a lot of people forgot about the First Step Act. See, that's what the liberal media does. It makes you forget those things that you're so quick that you forget about what happened, or you forget about what was really good for you. But there's got a lot of fraud going on, in my opinion. Don't unalive me now, don't unalive me. I've said it before. Don't unalive me, but it's a lot of wicked things going on in the swamp and deep state. Yes, there is a deep state, y'all.
Going to send him to prison for 15 to life. And this has been going on. President Trump came in and saw the injustice that was perpetrated on the Black community, especially. It was targeted. And he said, no, we're going to dismantle this.
According to exit polling, former President Trump saw a 5% increase in the Black vote from 2016 to 2020. Tia, I want to bring you back in here. What do you think is driving this increase? What specific Trump policies do you feel have helped Black Americans?
Well, I'll start with myself. I was a Democrat for all my life, my entire family, but it was around COVID time when I started paying attention to policies being made. Like I started paying attention to, when Trump and other politicians were listening to the parents, the people who really had voices that matter. Because
maybe COVID wasn't as good as a political strategy as the Democrats thought it was, because it seems like with a lot of people couldn't go nowhere, nothing to do. A lot of people was bored out their minds, so they probably sat down and actually listened to what our government officials were doing.
Because if you look at the media now, no one's paying attention to the parents and what we need. And just because I'm a Black parent doesn't mean that I care less about my child. Doesn't mean that my opinion should not be heard. So there have been a lot of policies that, Trump has been supporting within the parental rights system.
And anyone can answer here, kind of a jump ball. Final question. What do you think about the media response, the noise, and some of the comments made as a result of the controversial remarks, if you will, that Donald Trump said over the weekend? And I'm also curious, is there anything that Donald Trump could say that would stop you all from voting for him?
Is there anything that he can do that will get you not to vote for him? Please tell us. Now, this is ABC, y'all, so you know that's a liberal media right there, right smack dab in the middle of it. They're saying, please tell us what we can do. Oh, my.
For me, I would say that it's more so about policy and action instead of just talking. You know, someone can talk a good game all day. They can appeal to Black voters if they want to, but it's all about policy and what you're doing. That really stands out to me. Like, for instance, there are two big policies that I agree with that he has passed, such.
Oh, and I wanted y'all to notice one more thing too. Look how they picture this. Look how they caption it. Voters react. You know, and Black conservative voters stand by Trump despite controversial remarks. They are a trip, man. The media is a trip, ladies and gentlemen.
Such as things on school choice. I'm pro school choice, and I'm also anti-illegal immigration. I think that it does disproportionately affect Black Americans, and I think that a lot of my counterparts would agree with. And I say that because those people are being sent to Black communities. They're being sent to our hoods, our neighborhoods.
Anyone else?
Well, if Trump came out tomorrow and said, I want an unlimited open border, if he came out tomorrow and said he was in favor of late stage abortion, if he came out tomorrow and said he doesn't think Black people have the capacity to succeed in this country, then I wouldn't vote for him. But chances are he won't be saying those things, and chances are I'll be supporting him.
Sharice, Tia, Adul, Kevin, we thank you so much for this lively and spirited conversation. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I just want to, that was just a quick little thing, review of a video, just to let you know that there are people out there that are Black that are willing to look at policy and not the person. Sometimes we got to get away from who we like and look at what they do. There's a lot of people that talk a good game, but at the end of the day, they really don't do nothing for you. And in my opinion, Black people, we're looking for the opportunity and to be left alone to do it. And we'll be just fine, And I think, 4 years ago, or when Trump was in office, a lot of opportunity was coming Black folks' way. And I think that you're seeing that Black folks like that and they want that back. That's better than what we got going on now. And you're not going to be able to fool us that paying more for everything is a good thing. They used to say that too. I ain't hear that this political cycle. I hadn't heard that yet. But you will be hearing more from me doing commentary on some of these political videos in this political cycle. All right, I'll get back with you. I'll let your boy. Peace.